Jacob when we were starting as interns at Five Rivers Metro Parks, and we met on orientation day at headquarters and had lunch with the other interns, and then I went to work for the South crew and he worked for the North crew, and we ended up working on all of the projects together, especially in the prairies and in the forest. So I thought he was a little annoying at first, but my second impression was really good because he started talking to me and we walked together because everybody else went on the bad boy buggy down through the prairie and he stayed behind to walk with me so I wasn't alone. And then we had such a nice natural conversation and I thought he was super sweet. Our first date was going to find a birthday present for his sister Maggie, and then we sat in the car and talked in a parking lot because it was too early for dinner, and then we went to Bravo for dinner, and that was it. That's a tough question. It was like lots of little things building up, but one of the first moments that made me think, oh, he could be the one, is when he said that if I was a cephalopod, I'd be a cuttlefish. Because we're both absolute nature nerds and nobody else understood that humor, but he did. He proposed when we were hiking on my favorite trail in Germantown Metro Park, and well, he was supposed to propose at a different spot, but that was taken up by a different couple. So he got all flustered, and I later learned that that's where he was supposed to propose. But then we found a different spot that was full of purple wildflowers, and it was dead quiet, and he tricked me by first pulling out a bag of my favorite chips. And I got all frustrated because I thought he was gonna ask, and then he didn't. And then he noticed that I was all flustered, so then he said, were you expecting something else? And I was like, I don't know. And then and he said, "Oh, maybe you were expecting this," and he pulled it out of his pocket and he got down on one knee. I'm most looking forward to doing all of the little things at home together, and cooking together and learning how to cook together, I should say, and going on all of our traveling adventures and eventually raising a bunch of nature nerds ourselves.
Elise and I met through an internship at Five Rivers Metro Parks. We worked together all summer, and then we started dating after that. My first impression of Elise was that she's cute, but I don't know, I didn't think about it too much besides that. When we met, I was more focused on the internship probably and the job, and thinking about that. But then as we got to know her more, I started to feel more connected to her and having fun and flirting with her and that kind of stuff. I don't know if there's a single moment where I knew that Elise, that I wanted to marry Elise. I think it just kind of grew over time. I think I knew before she did, but I wouldn't pinpoint a single reason for it. But I think probably like after 2 years, so I've known for a while that I wanted to marry her, but just seeing her around our families and seeing how she treats people and other things, how caring she is, and how well we got along, I just knew. So I proposed. We went hiking at Germantown Metro Park, which is kind of where we met, and we worked all summer, so we went hiking on one of her favorite trails. And then I was trying to find like the right place to do it, but then there just kept like being other hikers on the trail, so then it didn't work out like where I wanted to do it originally, and then I just kind of did it when I found like a patch of flowers. But yeah, and then we went back to her parents' house with all our friends were there. I'm just looking forward to getting to live together and spending more time together. We never have done that yet, so it's all going to be new. I'm just looking forward to doing all of life's challenges together, learning new things, experiencing new things, and just doing everything together. So just really looking forward to everything.
Friends and family, thank you for being here today to share this wonderful day with Jacob and Elise. Marriage is a gift from God, and today you are all witnesses as they embrace this gift and commit their lives to one another. Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Her mother and I.
Elise, Jacob, one of nature's most consistent rules is that every new beginning requires something to end. You can't have a sunrise until the night has ended. You can't have a flower until the seed has gone down into the ground and been buried. You can't have dessert until you finish your vegetables, or so I've been told. Today, you are beginning something new. And if you truly want to experience marriage as it was created to be, something must also end today. Up until now, you've each lived your own life. You've been your own self, your own individual. You've made your choices based on what's best for you. Your preferences were your own, and how you spent your time and resources, that was your decision. But today, that all ends. You are no longer two different individuals. You're no longer just Elise, and you're no longer just Jacob. Today, the two become one, and forevermore, you are Jacob and Elise. My great pleasure to introduce to all of you, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Jacob and Elise Roloff. How you doing? Kiss right here.
Strong, you can swim inside it. We could string some lights up the hill beside it. Tonight the moon's so bright, you could drive with your headlights out. 'Cause a little bit of summer's what the whole year's all about. You look fine, fine, fine. Put your feet up next to mine. We can watch that waterline get higher and higher. Say, ain't it been some kind of day? You and me been catching on like a wildfire. You can drink from mine. We can't leave each other, but we can dance with the dead. You can rest your head on my shoulder if you wanna get older with me.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Look at that guy. That guy's successful. Led by brown shoes. Brown shoes.
You look fine, fine, fine. Put your feet up next to mine. We can watch that waterline get higher and higher. Say, ain't it been some kind of day? You and me been catching on like a wildfire.
geography to write a fancy story. Kings and queens would turn to thieves to find what we've been holding. You and me, we can take the world.
Oh, sweethearts give sweet compliments, but our love goes without saying. Though you make it hard not to spill my heart every time I see you swaying. Darling, you and me, we can take the world, darling.
'Cause they can write stories and they can sing songs, but they don't make fairy tales sweeter than ours. And they could climb mountains high into the sky, but they can't take the world. Oh, like we can take the world.
Oh, I can see the future, you and me, we last forever. Ain't no rising tide, no fear of fight that we can't face together. Darling, you and me, we can take the world.
'Cause they can write stories and they can sing songs, but they don't make fairy tales sweeter than ours. And they could climb mountains high into the sky, they can't take the world. Oh, like we can take the world, the world, the world.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric, baby, when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. That hot blood in my body when it drops. Can't take my eyes off of it. It's so phenomenally. When we rock it, so don't stop. It's under the lights when everything goes. Nowhere to hide when anything goes. You already know. So just imagine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and honor with me the new Mr. and Mrs. James.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious.
All right, this time I'd like to invite Jim's mother, Meg. So Meg, if you guys will come on out and
Oh, yes, sweet darling, so glad you are a child of mine. Child of mine, child of mine. Oh, yes, sweet darling, so glad you are a child
It's my girl, my girl, my girl. You know what I'm talking about, my girl, my girl. I got so much honey. You know that bees envy me. Now I swear. You have released her all wrong.
I found this boy, he's super cute, he's super nice, and I was like, what's he look like? Oh, he has red hair, he's blonde, and he's like very pale, and I was like, and she's like, I met him at my internship, he's great. I was like, okay, sure. And then I went home, and it was like a couple weeks later, that Jake actually came over to take you out on your date to the zoo. And I saw him walk up, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. And I remember she could not stop smiling. She was glowing. She walked out the house. She got all dressed up. It was super cute. And all I can say is you haven't lost that glow ever since.
So I couldn't be happier just seeing who Jacob's turned into today. Just changes of personality, everything grows. But Jacob, you really turned into just a real man of God. And it's really inspiring to see that growing up together and seeing like where you come from, man.
Used to keep it cool, used to be a fool, all about the bounce in my step. Watch it on the news, what you gonna do? I could hit refresh and forget. Used to keep it cool. Should I keep it light, stay out of the fight? No one's gonna listen to me. If I write a song, preaching what is wrong, will they let me sing on TV? Should I keep it light? Is that right? Way up we go. Been up and down that road. Way up, oh no. We gon' burn the whole house down. Watch me standing in line. You're only serving lies. You got something to hide. We gon' burn the whole house down. We gon' burn the whole house down. Yeah, used to let it go. Walk into the show, gawking at the tricks up your sleeve. Too good to be truthful. I'm in a room full of entertainers and thieves. Used to let it go. Oh no. Way up we go. Been up and down that road. Way up, oh no. We gon' burn the whole house down. Watch me standing in line. You're only serving lies. You got something to hide. We gon' burn the whole house down. We gon' burn the whole house down. Should I hang my head low? Should I bite my tongue? Or should I march with every stranger from Twitter to get shit done? Used to hang my head low, now I hear it loud. Every stranger from Twitter is gonna burn this down. Way up we go. Been up and down that road. Way up, oh no. We gon' burn